Hello everyone, Nelland here with another Duet Night Abyss video. Today there's something really funny I discovered yesterday during the stream and I wanted to share this with you. It is the scaling of the F finisher is absolutely insane, and as you can see it completely decimates the bosses. Even the outsider himself is actually not pumping that much. His F skill finisher is just doing like 17-16 million at once at the level 80 boss. And why? Well, why is pretty much very simple to answer. It's skill damage. I found out yesterday during testing that the F skill finisher scales with skill damage and skill damage only. It doesn't scale with attack, no damage taken, no resolve, no morale, nothing else. Somehow it scales with skill damage. And so my mission was, let me put a lot of skill damage on my build. So I have 292% skill damage on this build right now, and I can't get more. Just don't want to invest into outside at the moment. This is what I'm using. I'm literally stacking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 volitions. I could probably just remove this and put another volition to make it even hit higher, but don't have one at the moment. That's something you can definitely try. You can get the gold upgrades to all those to get even more skill damage. Wing Inspo is very important because you want to spam your E during the break to get some extra chip damage in and then do the finisher to one tap pretty much. The weapon I'm using, the wedges don't matter on this one because she's just the weapon is just here for the skill damage boost. If you have a maxed melted skill damage scythe, you're gonna have, I think, 48% skill damage. This is like getting another volition, which is gonna improve your damage even more. And this is the important part here. This weapon is a smash attack weapon, and what we learned is that smash attack, when it triggers, it deals double damage to the boss stance bar, and this is what I'm gonna focus on. That's why I have a multi-shot as much as possible and trigger probability. It's just, you don't need any damage on this, just multi-shot and trigger probability to gain 3.8 multi-shot, so every time I shoot it will pop, and 42% trigger probability is decent. You could definitely try to improve this further with like the golden wedges for all of that to get even higher trigger probability and multi-shot, but this is more than enough at the moment. And then comes the next important part. You want to delete the shield as fast as possible, right? And this weapon that I'm using is one thing, but then there's this weapon I'm using on Truffle. And Truffle is probably like the best AI. Like, she always shoots, like, it's really good. She doesn't just stand around, she's always shooting. That's why I'm using this weapon on Truffle, because she's gonna keep shooting. It's the Destructo. Destructo has insane amount of break on the shield of the bosses, like of the stance bar of the bosses. It's absolutely broken. Like, this weapon is insane, and it's really fun to use actually. This is what I'm using on this weapon too. The same thing, multi-shot 3.8, trigger probability as much as possible. Let me just demonstrate to you how much shield damage this weapon actually does. Like, I'm just gonna be myself. I'm just gonna have the weapon. Level 80 boss. Look at the shield. Look at the shield. It's just me. Just me. And this is like so helpful against bosses because, especially if you don't play a broken character, weakness is insane because the damage taken is increased 1.5, and at the end you can use the F skill to like you know, do the big burst, and you can just repeat that. You can literally, all you can do is just like, even with outsider, if I just do solo outsider, I can just do this. I'll just focus on breaking her shield, just completely turn my brain off, just break her shield, press F, go again, break her shield. I mean, her stance. I keep saying shield, it's stance. Okay, breaking her stance. And okay, yes, now I'm out of ammo. Okay, so that's something I gotta eventually probably put more ammo into this if I wanna use it for a longer period of time. More ammo would be nice. But yeah, as you can see, the amount of shield damage this weapon is doing is insane. It's level 60 weapon also. I can't fit that many wedges into it, but yeah, those two weapon combos, Destructo and Silent Sower, is very, very, very strong, especially Silent Sower on him, because you can just fire and cancel with E all the time. Fire, cancel, just cancel each other's animations. You can't do that with Destructo, that's why I put Destructo on Filbert, because if you're standing near the explosion of the Destructo, you get staggered, which is really bad for you. And Niffle. The reason I'm using Niffle is just extra damage. Like, I'll be real, guys, just him alone is not gonna be one-tapping the bosses with my stats at the moment. It can probably one-tap the bosses with way better stats, you know, with golden wedges and other stuff with the stack. But I don't wanna waste time on that. I'm trying to focus on other characters at the moment. So I'm just using my Niffle, nothing crazy. She's just doing some chip damage, some extra stance break damage with Embla proccing her abilities, and she's averaging like 25 to 30% of my total damage on each boss clear, which is pretty good. But again, the main character in this strategy is Outsider with his insane skill, damage, and just one-tapping. Half tapping. It's not really one-tapping. I'm doing like half the HP bar with 1F, but you get the gist of it, right? It's just a very, low effort build, pretty much. You don't need anything crazy. You don't even need ice sticks or anything like that. I can do this shit with the I0 Outsider. I don't need anything, pretty much. Just need a lot of skill damage. The more skill damage you have, the easier it is to do. Then abuse those two weapons I showed you guys, Destructo and Silent Shower. Those two together, deleting the stance bar. You just insta-delete stance bar, do some damage until the last second, then press F and repeat. That's the whole thing. And I'm pretty sure this works the best with anemo characters, because anemo characters have this thing, Zephyr. It's just completely broken, especially if it's gold, and it just goes crazy. So anemo characters just have the most skill damage in the game at the moment, so this works the best with anemo characters. So yeah, this was pretty much like the little showcase of the strat I found out yesterday. It's something I think nobody has realized yet, that the F damage scales for skill damage, which is pretty silly. It's not really a skill, but hey, if it works, it works. So you can use this to have some easy weekly boss clears. The only boss that this doesn't actually work that well against is the boss you farm Filbert on. This guy doesn't have a stance bar, so you have to actually do HP damage at the start, and that's a GG's for my strat. The bosses have to have a stance bar, so you can insta-delete the stance bar and then delete the HP. So it works on Sibyl, and works on this boss, works on this boss, and works on this boss. Oh well, that's the small guide. I hope it helps you out with some easy boss kills. But yeah, if you like this content, please let me know, and if you want to see something else, just let me know in the comments. If you want to see some other testing or some other type of video, give me some ideas. I'm down to just do it. Anyways, thank you for watching, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.